Good Wednesday morning. Just spotted these two sleeping mallards. You never know what you gotta find. No vultures today. Hi guys, White Witch 110 here. Tonight I will be telling you about Campbell House. Now, I didn't look them out, but my father did go down when they were moving the house, and he did get a couple of pictures, but I'm not sure if I have them or not. And they would be on my old laptop. But I will tell you about the Campbell House Museum that is located in Toronto. The home was built in 1822 for Chief Justice Sir William Campbell and his wife Hannah. The home was originally located 1.5 kilometers from its current site. Property owners, Coots Hallmark Greeting Cards Company, wanted to tear it down and expand its parking lot. An offer went out that anyone who could afford to move it could buy it. A group of trial lawyers saved the building March 30th, 1972. The home was moved to its permanent place. And as I had said, my father had gone and taken photos of them moving it. June 28th, 1974, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, opened the restored home as a museum. It was thought that by the year 2000, no 19th century houses would remain in Toronto. This brought people of Toronto to the realization these landmarks should be saved. During the 50s and 60s, these homes were being demolished. The home is owned by the City of Toronto. It is a historic museum and club for the Advocate Society. It also includes an art gallery. Sir William Campbell passed away in 1834. The house was left to his wife. Upon her death in 1844, the property was sold with the contents. Monies made were shared by their heirs. Most of the 19th century, the house continued as a private home by prominent Torontonians. In 1890, the neighborhood changed to commercial and industrial. Now, this isn't this location. This is the original they're speaking of. In the 20th century, the home was used for offices and a factory. Shortly after the death of Sir William, poltergeist activity began. A man in 19th century clothing has been seen in the home. Marion McCrae, a member of the Restoration Committee, returned to the original location of the house on the day of the move. She observed a man in 19th century clothing looking down into the basement. Within the home, noises of rustling were heard in 1991. It stopped when the last section of the house was renovated. This is our next location. It is Bacchus Mill Heritage and Conservation Area. It is located in the Norfolk County of Ontario. The mill was built in 1798 and was designated a National Historic Site of Canada in 1998. It is the only one of a few grist mills that did not burn during the War of 1812. The conservation area offers short-term and seasonal camping. Each September, reenactors gather to reenact the War of 1812. The Education Center at the mill features natural history exhibits. Heritage Village within the area houses reconstructed buildings such as 19th century bacchus, homestead, the mill, church, carriage shop, barn, 2 log homes, schoolhouse, and farm. Within the museum, you will find exhibits on 19th century business and information on Lake Erie Long Point shipwrecks. The Bacchus family farmed the area until 1955. A family of 3 were visiting the site with their 3-year-old. Upon entering the kitchen in the Bacchus family home, the child pointed in a corner and proclaimed, "There's the boogeyman." There was no one else in the area. In 2004, a reenactor had an experience in the family graveyard. Meeting up with a female friend, he noticed a small gargoyle on top of one of the gravestones. As he approached his friend, the gargoyle jumped down from the stone to behind his friend. He and the woman shouted out, and the gargoyle ran off into the woods. Both ran back to the camp. They described it as being 2 to 3 feet tall. The people are not superstitious and not followers of the paranormal. A couple camping in August of 2008 heard strange sounds. Searching the area with flashlights, they found nothing. Walking back to their site, they heard the noise again. Turning their flashlights in the direction of the noise, they were met by eyes staring at them. Believing it was a raccoon, they thought nothing of it. Another camper suggested they chase it away. The woman's teenage son accompanied the man to do just that. He and the teen found the creature 15 feet away with its eyes were once again staring at them. When the boy shone his flashlight, the creature ran. The following morning, fishing with other campers, the subject arose. A woman in the group was in shock. She informed him of the graveyard sighting. He had indeed seen the gargoyle. Now in April 2014, a woman attending a reenactment took photos in the family cemetery. Nothing appeared in any of her photos. She had made her way to the house. When taking a photo in the child's room, she heard a laugh in her ear. Leaving her recorder in the room, she continued to take photos. She was the only person in the house. 5 minutes and 15 seconds into the recording, she captured an EVP. A child saying "Mama," followed by a cough. In her research, she found the youngest child, a daughter, died of pneumonia. A group of paranormal researchers spent an evening in the cemetery. In their photos, they found a figure by a tree and strange lights in the evening investigation. Some people report being pushed out of the house, others of being touched. There have been claims of spirit children and a man in a 3rd-floor bedroom window. A shadow person has been seen peeking around at the top of the stairs. And one investigator to the house claimed to be poked in the back while in the children's room. Footsteps have been heard in the dining room, and the K2 meter has spiked. Investigators received an EVP of a male voice saying "upstairs," which was the answer to their question as to where the children were. Our next location is the Whitby Courthouse in Whitby, Ontario. The courthouse was built between 1852 and 1854. Frederick Cumberland and William Storm of Toronto were the architects. Since 1967, it has been known as the Centennial Building. It is now used as a theater, archives, and community center. The building was placed on the Ontario Heritage List in 1979. Ontario County government offices were located there from 1854 to 1964. In 1873, the north wing was added, and the south as well. The second story was added in 1910. In 1873, the first sighting of a spirit was reported in the courtroom. Claude, I'm not going to attempt the last name, has worked in the building since 1988. One evening, while sweeping the stage, he felt his hair stand up on end. He looked up to the balcony to catch a shadow walking by. Years later, his son worked with him. He came running to his father, saying that his body went cold. It was like something had walked through him. In 2002, $3 million worth of renovations took place to the building. Now, a man named Jack is said to wander outside. In life, he had awaited a verdict regarding a relative. Hearing the verdict, he rushed forward on the balcony. Not realizing it was short, he fell to his death. Some people report he transforms into a black dog with red eyes. Lights in the rooms turn off and on, and random doors are known to slam shut. On the second floor, an investigator was filming the theater through a window. He noticed movement on his screen. When reviewing the footage, it was obviously a spirit. One woman, a sensitive, contacted Jack. He told her he was wondering why people were caring. And then on the balcony, she contacted him again. He wanted to know why it took so long for people to care. She said he showed her his car. He even showed her how he landed. The woman claimed he did not want to cross over. He had a debt to pay that they would not understand. Okay, I'll use this image for the start of another story. The other one I had started for you I did not like, so I ripped it up. That's two of them I've done that to now. This one has no title as of yet. Here we go. The day was gray and the streets empty. Clara walked cautiously on the sidewalk edge. She listened to the sound of the wind through the iron fences. Flattened paper cups took flight from the curb. She felt quite alone. Clara envisioned spring the year before, people sitting on bar-side patios, the sound of plates and cutlery, glasses clanking empty on servers' trays, the noise of conversations about nothing or something. It all had been stifled. Not even the sound of traffic reached her ears. The only sound was the wind, the lonely wind. Her long black hair covered her face to the whim of the breeze, its destination unknown. Standing under the bridge, there was no sound of tires on the asphalt above. Clara truly felt alone. From behind windows in the apartments ahead, faces peered out, hands waved. Clara walked on, accompanied by her thoughts. The tigers had been taking advantage of the deserted neighborhoods. Clara began to concentrate on her own footsteps. She began to count each time her heel made contact with the pavement. In her own little world, she did not hear it at first, the echo of footsteps behind her. Stopping for a traffic light, she finally makes note of the noise. Clara is uneasy, so she doesn't turn round. Her keys are at the ready between her fingers, ready to attack. She is only a couple of blocks from home. Clara keeps her pace, not hinting to the panic inside. The steps continue to echo behind her. Although difficult, she stays at her usual pace. 3 more squares, and she will be home. Her foot falls strongly on the wooden steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind her, The echo follows. She is ready. Quickly, Clara turns, keys at eye level. And that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of that story. I'll be working more on it tomorrow. And if you haven't already, friends of mine have released another new video. Elementals. They are a young group of men, paranormal investigators. I enjoyed this evening's episode that they put out. Check them out. They are really good. I really enjoy their videos. They don't put out as many as some of the other ones as they all work. So I appreciate it whenever they can get one out. So that's Elementals. Now, I guess that's it for this evening. I do have another haunted location, but it took me 2 days to go through everything I had and pull out some of the paranormal experiences. That's about 6 pages long. So I'll leave that one for tomorrow. I was quite happy with that though. And tomorrow at work, as always, before work, at lunch, I'll be looking into some other locations as well that I can tell you about. Feels good to be back into the paranormal stream of things, that's for sure. Oh, and I will show you. Let me get rid of this. Close all. This is the, let me see if I can bring that there. There is the birdhouse. I added to it, as you can see. Added some more flowers. Very frou-frou-ish. Very feminine. So that one's done. I still have the green, the yellow, and the other white one to do. And then I have the 2 canvases and balloons. Some of you, if you watch the people who do the acrylic painting, you'll likely know what the balloons are. If you don't, then you'll have to stick around. Come back and check it out and see. Of course, I also have the, hey, there's something missing here. Okay, I know what that is now. Okay, see, I'm distracted. I also still have the bigger birds in that to do some of the magnets with, and the branches. So there's still a few more things. I'm trying to stretch it out as much as I can. So thank you to my loyals for coming by this evening. Greatly appreciate it. Love you all muchly. If you're just passing through, stay a bit. Check some of the other videos that I have. There could be something you like. If there is, consider giving it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. I'll get back to you. Share it out if you think there's anyone else that would be interested in it. That's greatly appreciated. While you're here, if you do find there's something that I've been doing that you would like to see more of, subscribe. While you're at it, click the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. And then you can catch those episodes of what you find appealing. It started out beautifully sunny here today. I was actually outside with just my t-shirt on. Oh, that was wonderful. And I only wore my my fleece jacket to work. That was great. Absolutely great. Loved it. Now it's overcast and we're expecting rain this evening. I think 60%. And then some rain tomorrow, but that's okay by me. I'm fine with that. And then we're getting up into the double digits, I think. And I hope it doesn't change. We're looking at 17, 18, 19 Celsius for this coming weekend. I'm happy about that. Our garden center at Loblaws is open, which is good. They have some really pretty flowers there. So I think I will be perusing those this weekend. Again, like everywhere else, you'll be going in one part and coming out the other. Only a certain amount of people. That's fine. Don't mind that at all. So, until tomorrow evening, as always, ciao for now.